Hello and welcome to this very first People Resolutions video blog. We're going to be sharing our expertise on all areas of workplace conflict management, giving you practical advice on how to get a handle on employee issues at all stages, from both an HR and line management perspective. During this video, we're taking a look at workplace investigations, and specifically 3 of the most common misconceptions when it comes to outsourcing the grievance process. So the first myth, if you like, is that outsourced investigations take up too much time and expense to justify. Well, of course, third-party investigators do represent a cost in terms of their daily fee, but dig a little deeper, and this investment can in fact represent a time and cost saver in the long run. Let me explain how. Usually, by the time an investigation needs to be handled externally, the situation has already absorbed a huge amount of internal time, energy and emotion, and it will continue to do so throughout the course of the investigation and beyond. So the business case is clear in saving HR the burden of managing the process and also whomever is carrying out the investigation. Let's not forget that it's also becoming increasingly important that the investigation findings and the report must stand up to intense scrutiny at employment tribunal. And to safeguard company reputation alone is a critical reason to consider the investment. Experienced professional investigators add a validity and a consistency to the process and can develop what we like to call bulletproof reports that really help to mitigate risk at tribunal. And finally, when you add expert third-party case managers into the process, as we do, working to an agreed terms of reference alongside the investigator, this ensures that the investigation is carried out as quickly and as efficiently as possible, saving vital budget. For the duration of a few weeks, these people are an extension of your team, close enough to get the job done quickly by working to your timescales, but removed enough for complete impartiality and time saving. Our second misconception is that by handing over the investigation, we lose control of the process. Well, some parts of it, yes, but for very good reason. The main reason organisations look to outsource investigations is to mitigate risk by handing over the process to an independent third party with whom there can never be any accusation of bias. But that isn't to say that an investigator is going to disappear for a few weeks until the report is ready. A competent provider will prioritise client communication, inviting input from the commissioning team at key milestones, agreeing a terms of reference, and following the organisation's grievance protocol to the letter. It's about achieving the right balance between you being involved in the investigation from a commissioning perspective, but also keeping a certain distance to ensure complete independence. And so on to our third and final myth, that an outside investigator won't be familiar with our policies, procedures and culture. This actually links in quite nicely to where we left off in the second myth. A qualified investigator will carry out an investigation according to best practice and the specifics of the organisation's policies, which can include the number of days given to a party to attend interview or how the final report is to be distributed. An investigator's key skill is to get under the skin of an organisation quickly. Those from a business or HR background are particularly able to grasp the commercial context behind an investigation and offer recommendations to the business to take away after the project is finished. An external investigator also has the added bonus of impartial insight into the organisation. Potential themes and organisation-wide issues can be gained from the interviews alone. We find that after spending a few hours with the complainant, respondent and witnesses, the investigator is presented with a surprisingly clear picture of certain situations that the business may not even be aware of. And this gives the business the chance to see what they might otherwise have missed. So I hope we've touched on a few relevant points that you can take away if you're considering outsourcing an investigation. We'd love to hear your comments and questions in the box below. So we've been working with businesses on their people problems for 12 years now, and we've so much to share with you about what works and what doesn't. So stay tuned by subscribing to this YouTube channel or our newsletter and blog at www.peopleresolutions.com.